So we're at the point in this that we are ready to start on handles, and I wanted to talk about a few things before we really got into this, because it's going to be probably several videos breaking down handles, because I got two different kinds of handle styles here. I got the full tang, but it's going to be a taper tang, so there's a little bit of things involved with that. And then I also have a hidden tang, so I'm going to be making a frame handle for this one. But what I want to talk about is when I do some of these things, I like to use patterns, I like to use templates, just to help with repeatability, help consistency, and it's a lot faster. I started doing this when I was working on knives. When I was tempering them, I found that I ran out of things to do because I couldn't work on the knife because the knife was tempering. So I started making these little handles for the knife, so that I didn't necessarily need the knife to work on the handles. But I have found that this has become a very useful tool for a lot of things. It works really good for trying to lay out where you want your handle positioned on a block. It also helps really well with when you see like this is when we go to make the frame, and then we'll cut it out. We'll be able to line up and put the pins in, and everything will line up, and we'll have our frame that we can cut out really easily. It'd be really repeatable. The other thing is that when I go to finish the fronts of the handles, I can just throw some pins in there. Once I have my scales or whatever kind of roughed out, I can just kind of mark it real quick, and it's going to be consistent on all of them. So they all kind of look the same. They all kind of have the same look, same feel, and everything. And it just makes everything really quick, everything fast. So if I need to, I could rough out a bunch of handles and kind of just rough them out. Maybe give myself a little bit of room to kind of clean up on the spines or something like that. But I don't need the handle, I don't need the blade at all. Because I use my pattern, which this is wood. Eventually I want to get some aluminum or something that's a little bit, lasts a little bit longer. But all my pin holes are in here, same as here. But that's eventually. I'd like to get pegboards and do a whole bunch of stuff, but we haven't gotten there. But this is just what I'm using now. But I thought that might actually. Here's another one on models. Got a handle for it as well. Another thing I found that's really useful is if you go to shows or you go to pick out handles, just to see if it will fit. I take some of these when I go to like a blade show or something. I'll take a couple of these that I'm working on or I want handles for, and you can find some pieces, and you're like, just to position it, some blocks you might get that you don't know if it'll work, and you don't want to buy a piece of wood that's not going to work for what you want it to. You can position it really well and see what you can use it for. So I'm going to be doing some videos building these two handles for these two different knives, but I just wanted to show these real quick. I use them for a lot of things, so if you see them, that's what they are. If you have any more questions about them or what they're made out of, these are just Lexan. You can get it at any probably Home Depot or Lowe's or anything like that, probably a lot of different places, but it's just a clear Lexan, probably 3/16 or probably bigger than that. It actually, when you put it on the wood, it's like a magnifier. It kind of just raises the grain up into it and really allows you to kind of see what you're looking at, really kind of things. But we're gonna be moving on. So if you see those in the videos and wonder what those are, that's what these are. So we've got a lot more coming on. Hopefully in the next week or so, maybe a video, maybe two. I don't know. We'll see how far we get.